I think it's really good to like understand that you are actually going towards something. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back to another video podcast. This is Misa.
And this is Yuka.
And welcome to the
Misa Yuka podcast.
Welcome back to another kitchen. Our kitchen studio. So thank you for coming back to our video. If you're new here, we're two sisters born in Japan, raised in the States, and on this podcast, we just talk about random stuff that we relate to each week, and we hope you relate to as well. So what is today's topic, Yuka?
Well, we should introduce this tea that we're drinking right now. And it's called Janat.
Yeah, and you
can get it at Kaldi.
カルディ。日本のカルディでめちゃくちゃ美味しい。
And it's like in a variety pack with all different types of fruits, like 4 different types of fruits. And it's just the most flavorful tea that you can have in Japan.
Yeah, I'm right now drinking the muscat. What is that? That's a grape. Muscato.
Yeah.
Do you say muscat? I don't know. It's grapes, like green grapes. And then Yuka's drinking peach, but it's very good.
I'm drinking apple.
Okay, it looks like peach. She's drinking the apple tea, and it's very flavorful. It's very good. If you would like to try it, please go to
so
Capcut.
good. Like the moment you open the package,
Like even if
so
it's
good. Not open, it
smells so good. It's not even that expensive. It's just like good tea. So you should check it out. 美味しい美味しい
So good.
Okay, so what is today's topic, Yuka?
Today's topic is what to do when you feel stuck.
Yep, in life. So this is a question that was asked like during our little party or this event that we had, and it was like an in-person question. And then I also got another message like on Instagram, like what do you do when you feel stuck? I think I feel like I feel stuck all the time. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a feeling when you kind of like don't know what to do.
I feel like that's just like the definition of 20s.
Of quarter life crisis.
Not quarter life crisis. I think it's just like the journey of like your 20s.
Yeah. And I feel like that's how everyone kind of feels right now, right? Because of social media and like your friends getting married. And they post it on social media, like they post stuff on social media. There's a lot of creators doing cool stuff, right? And then you look at yourself and you compare yourself, and people say don't compare yourself, but it's really hard when you see it and when you feel it, right? And then you kind of tell yourself like the grass is always greener on the other side. But then you're like, I want my grass to be green too. Yeah.
So that's very generic. So specifically, do you have an example?
Of what?
when
I feel stuck.
Yeah.
I always feel stuck with okay, so I'll tell you like a story of when I felt stuck.
Okay.
In corporate life.
We're going back.
That's like a long time ago.
Okay, wait, what do you want to talk about like recently or no?
So I want to talk about like that past that I've been talking about for many years now. Cuz that's when I like really felt stuck, right? And I think that I felt stuck because like what I've been imagining in my head was so different from the reality.
What were you imagining?
I was like imagining myself to do other things, like more creative things, you know? And then my reality was like, I was just repeating myself, wake up, go to the office, and do stuff that I didn't want to do, right? And so my reality was so different from what I was thinking, and that's how I felt stuck. I was like, well, what do I do, right? So that's like the very first time I felt stuck. I never felt stuck when I was in like until college, like until I graduated college.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so crazy, right? Because like when you're in high school, like when you're in middle school, high school, elementary school, whatever, you don't feel stuck.
Yeah, because every day you're given a guidance. Like, you have to turn in this, and then like the people tell you what to do.
Yeah, but then like there are people who feel stuck in life at a very young age.
Really?
Which is very interesting. And those people are the ones who find their ways very early in life. And I think like the core reason why we feel stuck in life is because it's like a moment where you're stopping and thinking, right? And so when we stop and think, I think it's like a time where we're about to grow, right? Don't you think so? And the growth is very like, it's very subtle. Like I'm growing my plants right now. I'm redoing my plants.
Yeah.
And they're growing pretty slow. And they probably are feeling kind of stuck, right? Because they're growing very, very subtly every day. Do you see that over there? It's so subtle, right? Yeah. But then when I see it, you know, like as the guiding parent of the plants, I'm seeing it's like growing every day, right? But and I'm okay. I'm like saying to them, I'm like,
you're talking.
Yeah, I'm saying to them like you guys are growing, right?
Right.
But probably my plants don't think that way.
I don't think so.
I think my plants. No, seriously, they think that way. They think that way. My plants, they don't have a mirror. They can't really see themselves grow.
I don't think that's how they feel. I think they feel that they're growing.
If I'm a plant, I wouldn't know if I would be growing. Then I would always feel stuck.
See, I feel like that is just a plant. It's a reflection of you and how you see yourself.
Right.
You see, I think that plant is growing, and I think that plant knows it. Whereas you think that plant isn't growing. And you see yourself as not growing sometimes. Well.
Yeah. And I think you make a great point. Because like when you're like when you're stuck, right? You feel stuck because you feel stuck, right? And you're about to grow and you haven't bloomed yet. When you bloom, when you see a flower blooming, like you already know it's blooming, right? So it's like, oh, you're successful. But then that time where you start and right before you bloom is like a difficult time, I think, because you have to hustle. I don't really like the hustle culture, but you do have to work hard for something, right? Nothing comes out of comfort, maybe. Like you kind of have to try hard, but sometimes when you're doing something that you enjoy, might not feel like you're doing a lot. But anyways, you have to do it. And so it's like that time before you start until you, like right before you bloom is a time where we feel stuck, I think. And that's when we stop and think, it's like, and doubt yourself a little. Like, is this the right direction? What am I doing? But then every time you think and reflect, I think you're growing. Right. And you're actually going towards something, and that we don't even know. Like, I see my plants growing every day. But in that mindset, I don't think my plants know. But then they're going to bloom one day. Yeah. I don't think they're going to bloom. They don't bloom flowers, but they grow one day. Right. They make flowers. Right. Wait, they don't make flowers. They make leaves. Right. They make leaves. Okay. So when I feel like I'm stuck, I think it's like really good to like understand that like you are actually going towards something. And it's a really nice time of your life when you feel stuck. Because you think and reflect. Right. But thinking and reflecting, just doing that doesn't make you grow. No, thinking and reflecting and taking action, and then the repeat. So there's like, see, you forgot the rest. You forgot to explain the rest. But like in the very beginning of it, I think it's all about the mindset. So just realizing that, okay, this is like a part of me where I am actually going to a different stage in life. And just knowing that is helpful. I think that's a very like easy way to put it. Yeah. I think there's a lot more depth in being stuck. Really?
I think there's this being stuck mindset. It's not just like, oh, it's a time for me to grow type, like it's not that. I feel like it's more like you really don't know what to do. That's how stuck you are.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? Like you're not even moving because you're stuck.
Uh-huh.
Does
And that comes to
make sense?
that comes to my very first point.
Mhm.
Thank you. She's so good. When you can't even move, right?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you have to start moving your body. You do. You need to start going, like, you need to, like, start walking and exercising. And then
Uh-huh.
after you do that,
Uh-huh.
your mind has oxygen, right? Because
Uh-huh.
when you feel stuck and you're thinking too much,
Yeah.
you're literally frozen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that movie. See all the ice frozen? You're like that.
Yeah.
And nothing comes out of being frozen.
But she made an ice castle.
Yeah, because she made an ice castle.
Yeah.
Nothing comes out of it. No one's happy, right?
Right.
And so you got to start moving.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think really like taking action. One thing that you can physically do is go on a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like really Mel Robbins told me
Yeah.
the other day, and it's like really like going on a walk or like doing an exercise that will start moving stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because the energy has to move. You can't always be thinking all the time. It's like, oh my God, I'm stuck.
Right.
What do I do? Like, if I see you stuck, I'll be like, and then you're like, I'm stuck. It's like, you're stuck. We're stuck. Right? So that's why you have to start moving. Move your energy is important. Or it works for me.
Right.
I feel stuck all the time with like maybe getting ideas, how to schedule my daily life, you know? My trajectory in life. Not just content, but like just in life in general. I feel stuck all the time because I'm always thinking about it. But thinking means I'm caring about it. But
And sharing is caring.
and sharing about it is caring about you guys.
So this is what I do in my podcast.
Okay. Anyway, so start moving. And then after that, when you feel a little light and your energy is moving, writing down all the stuff that you might want to do. Or using ChatGPT for me. ChatGPT to like give me prompts, like questions to ask myself what I need.
Right.
But that's also like going to my like second point is like you can talk about your future. You can think about your future. But I think like grounding your past is really important.
Grounding your past.
Grounding your past. So like writing down what you have done so far. What you were able to do, right? If, I don't know, like, I think everyone has all these different accomplishments. Like, I did this, I was able to do this. And for me, like, planning the future is so hard. And it takes up a lot of my brain energy. But writing about the past and grounding it and seeing what I've done in the past and being proud of it makes me feel really grateful about myself. Right? And then I'm like, wow, I did so many things, you know, because I think a lot of you guys too, sometimes are so hard on yourself. It's like, oh, I can't do this. Like everyone's, you know, like I just feel stuck. I don't know what to do. And I'm such a failure. And those like words kind of become real to your, but they're negative talk, but like it's not real talk, but it becomes real once you say it to yourself a lot, right? But for me, grounding the past and writing down what I've been able to do makes me happy.
Yeah.
And then from there, I go on like, okay, well, what can I do to make this better? Make that better, little by little. That goes into my third step of like the principle of step by step. It's all like, you know, like we don't have stairs that are super tall, right?
Right.
People can't climb it.
Right.
Have you seen those kinds of stairs?
No. I'm lost.
You're lost?
You're like a machine gun talk. I lost you like 5 minutes ago.
But I was talking about I was talking about something. I was talking about something really good.
Right.
Oh, grounding the past.
Right.
Wasn't it a good
Right. Yeah,
thing?
that was
Do you
good.
do that?
Yeah, I do. I often forget about what I did in the past.
Yeah.
And then I always think about like, oh, what do I want to do? And then I look at my skills and I'm like, oh, I don't have any skills. But then I look at them and I was like, oh, like these skills that I just wrote don't reflect my past. And so it's really interesting how we forget about our past so quickly.
And then once we do that, like we forget gratitude. And I know gratitude is it's very trite. It's overly used, right? I know. I used a very short word, but it's very hard to understand. It's trite.
Don't use it.
It's overly used. Trite means it's overly used. Trite is not overly used. Trite means it's overly used. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but don't use it. It's hard. It's hard to understand.
Right. It's just overly used. What were we done?
Oh, grounding our past.
Oh, yeah. Gratitude is overly used, but it's so important. It all comes from there. When I was being coached and I felt down this one day, right? And my coach was like, I only have 30 minutes for those calls and it's expensive. And I was like, yeah, like I don't feel good today for some reason. I don't know why. I just feel a little down. And she told me like, okay, put your hand to your heart and just like, and then for like a few minutes. And then after that, she told me, okay, what are you, like, can you just name the little things that you're grateful for? That was an exercise. I thought I could do it by myself. I don't need a coach for that. But she coached me to do that. And she's like, gratitude is something that we all have to stem from. And everything comes from that kind of mindset. Like being grateful for the food. Really like from there. And to, like, if you're having problems, so like you train yourself to find the little good things in that. You have to train. It doesn't come naturally.
Right.
You have to really train yourself to do that.
Right.
Like work for it. And so it comes like to that. Like after you kind of ground your past, you find it's like, oh, I'm so grateful for that. And then from there, you can finally start thinking about the future. But at that point, you're like probably 80% not feeling stuck anymore.
Really? Why?
Because like you feel a little bit more abundant. Because when you feel stuck, you're like, I don't have anything, right? But then like I think grounding your past and be like, oh, I can do all these things. You feel a little bit more abundant with like yourself.
I would still feel stuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know your definition of what you're stuck with, but for my stance, like it's more like stuck in career or like stuck. I mean,
that's my stance. I'm talking about the same thing. We're on the same page.
Okay. But you know, like for you, like you know a certain direction, you know a category, you know.
You're but just I didn't know. Okay. I didn't know what YouTube was for like.
Right.
Like,
remember we had this YouTube? Like huge realization of what YouTube was, and you were like, "Hooray! I know YouTube." Remember that?
But I didn't know what YouTube was. YouTube was like less than 5 years ago.
Right. You didn't know who Kim Kardashian was.
Oh yeah, I only learned about Kim Kardashian during COVID.
Right.
So I didn't really know about all these things. So I didn't know. Right. But then, but I had to hire someone to do it for me.
Right.
But the things that I did was like those things, like grounding your past, and then the very end goal is to take action, right?
Right.
But people will tell you to take action, but it's really hard. So we can like do a little step by step. And so you ground yourself through that, right? And then you feel grateful. And then you write down all the stuffs about what ifs. About wouldn't it be cool if you could? All these like what ifs, like these hypotheses, right? And you just do a brain dump of all the stuff that you could do or you want to do if you had the time in the world. This is like trying to find your career. This is like the POV of like trying to find your career. if you feel stuck in a career.
Right.
And then, or like you can do it for life, I guess. And then after that, it's just like really doing it.
Doing the what ifs?
Yeah, doing, like circling, like, okay, what can I do this week? I'll do that this week. Okay, next week, I did it. And I felt this way. And I think I want to continue that. And then you continue for the next week. And then like taking action every week, breaking it down, and then doing it little by little. I think like when we are like kind of a big picture person, I'm a big picture person, by the way. It's hard for me to break down all the little things. And then I'm like, oh, what ifs? Oh, what ifs? And then I'm like, I'm floating basically, right? But then it's like really like about doing the little things. And then you start to realize things. You're like, okay, I'm not really good at this. You'll be surprised how quickly you learn what you don't like and what you think you like or what you think you could do. Within probably 2 weeks, you'll know.
I don't think so.
Like certain things that you do, and you're like, oh, I don't think I can do this. Like sewing for me. I was like, I want to sew. And then I got some fabrics and stuff. I couldn't do it. You know, I quickly realized this is really hard for me. So I was like, I don't think I can sew. And then I gave up, but then I did it. So I was very satisfied.
Right.
Something like I moved on, right? It's like kind of like with relationships too. Like I'll go on this date, you know, I'll go on another date. And then maybe the third date, you kind of realize like, oh, maybe like this isn't right. And then, and you move on. It's kind of like, oh, you move on. Okay. Oop, you move on very quickly. You probably know these little things about whatever you're writing down within at least 2 weeks. And then it's just the repeat of it.
Right.
And then like, that's like the taking action, but it's like also very hard to do that. Right. Like to like take action every week. And then sometimes we're overthinking. And that's when it comes to like, you use your tools of like exercising, moving that energy. When you think like you're overthinking or thinking too much, that probably means you're not moving enough. You're not taking action enough.
Right. I mean, everything comes to that, but like it's just hard.
It's just hard. And people, it's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah,
it's not easy. And I think it's really not easy.
Yeah.
I think we're trying to like find this easy way out of like feeling stuck. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
And I
feel like what needs to happen is everyone needs to cancel their plans. Like I think one of the things that needs to happen is time to reflect. Like time for yourself, like isolation.
Yeah, go into the mountains.
No. No, I think we need isolation. I think there's just so many like information and just people saying all these different things, and we're just surrounded by a lot of it's like information.
Yeah.
And it
gives me a headache every day.
It's just like brain fatigue, and like you're just like kind of doing work and then you're tired from work. Now you don't have time to like think because your brain is so fatigued. Like you don't want to even like, move, or like just coming home from work is just so much movement already. But it's tiring as well. And then it's a different type of like body movement, I think.
Yeah, it is.
And then you come home and you're like dead, and then you're telling people to move and, figure it out and, take action. I think that's like such a big, like a hard thing to do overall. It's not that like, I don't think it's that simple.
It's not simple though.
Yeah.
I think this process isn't simple. And I'm not trying to make it super simple. But those are, I like trying to like simplify it as much as possible. But I don't think it's a hard process. I don't think it's an easy process to do this, right? And I think that one mindset you need is like that determination of like, I'm going to figure this out. Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to, I don't want to feel stuck anymore.
Where does that come from?
I asked myself that too. And I didn't have the answer in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They told me like that you want it, like that feeling of you want something, right? And I was like, I don't know. Where does that come? You don't have it?
No, I don't. I never have it.
And I think that's a lot of people. But then but then it's like I felt really irritated to myself because I was not doing the things that I said I would do. And then you kind of go in a loop and it's like, oh, I couldn't do it again. But see, like we have this year, taking responsibility for your life, like 100% of your responsibility. So whatever you're seeing right now is a result of what you did maybe yesterday or 2 years ago, right? It just is. And no one's like here to save you. No one's going to come save you one day. And just realizing that allows you, like, I think really kicks your butt. For me, when I feel stuck in life, like maybe first, like accepting like the gratitude part is really important. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I have 100% control in my life. Sometimes you can't control those things, right? But you just have to control what you can control. And so that's why I think coming to that realization, like I have 100% control in this life. And so whatever I do yesterday is going to affect my life tomorrow. And the repeat of that is going to be the result, and maybe you'll see the result in 5 years, right? If you don't take care of your skin and you wear sunscreen every day, right now, you're probably going to have wrinkles in 5 years, right?
Right.
It's going to kill your skin. It's kind of like that, realizing that for your life. But it's really hard when you have like a lot of different things and we procrastinate.
Right.
We can procrastinate. It's okay to procrastinate maybe on the little things like work or something, but we have to really realize that this is like your life. You can't be procrastinating for your life. Because that is really going to show up. And if we can all realize that, like we all realize that, I think now you can take 100% or try to make steps toward taking 100% responsibility for your life. Right? Because it's real. It's going to like, whatever you do today is going to affect tomorrow. And I feel it too. If I don't exercise, like, and then like yesterday's not going to come back. Today's not going to come back.
Right.
We're only given the same 24 hours. How are you going to use it?
Yeah.
Is a thing, right? How do you feel? Like, what do you do when you feel stuck in life? Did we answer that?
I think we did. I think you gave a whole lecture on it, and I listened to the lecture.
Do you feel clear?
I feel lectured.
Do you feel clear? But like, this is not about being clear.
Yeah.
Right? This is just like starting the thoughts, like starting to think about it.
Right.
So we're just like not here to give any advice, anything. It's talking about what we think, and we're just sharing our thoughts, relatable thoughts. So I don't know if we answered anything or like helped in any way, but that is just our discussion of what to do when you feel stuck in life, and based on our own experiences and how we feel right now, because we do feel stuck in life sometimes.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much for listening until the very end. So I hope you guys have a great day
and a great life.
I'll see you guys in my next video.
Bye.